What's up, guys? And today on this episode I'm going to be going over how I made Mysterio. Now, the process that I used was using EVA foam. I measured it out, cut it out. Also, the little accents you saw on the chest piece was from a plastic sword. It was a cheap plastic, so it was really easy to cut. I cut it with a box cutter. The ring around the helmet was made from EVA foam. The helmet piece, I just had to piece it together. I did one layer piece around. That was really choppy, kind of sloppy, kind of made, so I did a second layer because one, of extra detail, but two, to hide the sloppiness. The way I was able to make the mirror effect on the helmet was I took a mirror side effect spray paint, and I spray painted the inside 3 or 4 coats just to make sure everything was even. The ankle bracelets, those I had to take a band around my leg to measure it correctly. Then for the, I'm gonna call them cape clamps, I did EVA foam, but on the bottom I have little clothespins so that they can attach to the cape. The cape I sewed myself. I just got that at Joann's, the fabric. Joann's is local. You could pick it up at any cloth store or any local craft store. Now the spray paint that I used, I got the Plastidip. Plastidip is a sort of a rubberized coating that will protect the foam, and I also use it on the cardboard gauntlets. Now the gauntlets, I'll go back to the EVA foam in a second, but I forgot about the gauntlets. The gauntlets was the most difficult part because I had to look at it, and I had to measure it exactly to what my arm was. So what I did was I ended up taking a foam cup, just sliding down a line, and that enabled me to open it up. So I was able to measure out my arm with that cup. Then I put 4 lines of EVA foam on that, so I was able to put the cardboard size on. They are trapezoids, the sides, and it's a very slight slope, but they decrease it so that it's noticeable, but not too noticeable. For the little spike edges, I had to cut out a spike with cardboard. The boots, I used a very cheap pair of shoes. They were kind of a bulky New Balance, and they were really cheap. You could find it at Goodwill or Foot Locker, something very cheap. I chose the cheap ones because, one, it looks better in my opinion, and also it looks more like a boot material rather than normal sneakers. Back to the spray paints. Plastidip is a rubberized coating that protects the foam, and it also protects different elements such as cardboard, and it could also protect the acrylic dome that I used for the helmet, but I did not use that. Now the gloves are a rubber, like a leatherish material, and it was I don't know if it's actual leather. I think it's fake leather. Now the lights are really easy to, the light places of the white are really easy to make. All you do is take a normal sheet of print paper and you put it in between 2 pieces of laminate, and the reason I put it behind laminate is because it makes more of a glass kind of look, and also it protects the paper and just instead of having paper, because paper rips, very easily. So I had to protect it in some way. When I'm done setting up all the Plastidip and all the cardboard, I will be using a metallic gold spray paint. It is the Rust-Oleum Universal. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this, and I'll do another highlight reel.